Now at 5 and streaming on crossroadstoday.com, former President Donald Trump inside the Manhattan Criminal Courthouse in New York for an arraignment hearing.
Some long-standing issues at a cemetery in Goliad now in the courtroom.
And in Nashville, students are demanding lawmakers protect them from school shootings.
A big heads up on the weather department. We're looking for significant rainfall to roll right into the coastal band and the crossroads. We're looking for about 3-4 days of strong rain. We'll have all that coming up in just a moment.
A jury has awarded more than $21 million to the family of a Dallas teen killed by a police officer. You're watching 25 News Now at 5. Good afternoon. Thanks for being with us. I'm James Munoz.
And I'm Karina Garcia.
The trial between a cemetery association and property owner underway at the Goliad County Courthouse. This is a photo of both sides in court. The Stockton Cemetery, part of the town of Charco, dates back to 1861. Sean Kramer bought the property a few years ago. Now many say the cemetery is in disrepair and not accessible. This is video of the Stockton Cemetery when we did a story in January of last year. It has served the Charco community for generations with more than 200 grave sites, possibly more with the potential of unmarked graves. The trial continues Wednesday.
And a public hearing starts in about an hour at Seadrift City Hall today at 6. The hearing is to discuss public interest on whether to defund or abolish the Seadrift Police Department. The Port Lavaca Wave reports Seadrift Mayor Elmer DeForest called the hearing after receiving multiple complaints about the officers there. And after receiving complaints, the police department is spending too much money. 25 News Now reporter Adarius McCormick is covering the meeting, and we will have an update on 25 News Now at 10. Now, in an extraordinary moment, former President Donald Trump was in court for his arraignment today and marks the first time in American history a U.S. president, current or former, has faced criminal charges.
Trump went before a judge to hear the indictment against him. The 45th president pleaded not guilty.
A historic moment as for the first time a former president of the United States turns himself in after being indicted by a Manhattan grand jury. Donald Trump facing 34 felony counts of falsifying business records stemming from alleged 2016 hush money payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels, allegedly claiming the payments as an ordinary legal expense.
Prosecutors will say that this was a payment made to help his campaign. The reason you can elevate it from a misdemeanor to a felony is by saying that the falsification of the business records was done in an effort to conceal another crime.
The former president and now a criminal defendant walking the halls of the New York State Supreme Court, escorted by the Secret Service. Prior to his arraignment, Trump preparing with his lawyers inside Trump Tower. One person describing the former president as resigned to the fact that this day has finally come. Trump arrested, fingerprinted, and processed, appearing before Judge Juan Merchan, whom the former president has repeatedly attacked as a Trump-hating judge. Comments some say is a legally risky move and an accusation his own lawyer wouldn't repeat.
No, I don't believe the judge is biased. I mean, the president's entitled to his own opinion.
Video cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom, but the judge did allow still photographers to take pictures before the unprecedented arraignment began. Trump pleading not guilty to all charges. And just outside the courthouse, hundreds gathered in dueling protests. People close with the former president say he wanted to get this over with and return to Florida as quickly as possible. He's already slated to give remarks at Mar-a-Lago later tonight. Em Nguyen, ABC News, New York.
This is going to bring us to your viewer poll this afternoon. Scan that QR code right there on your screen to participate. Did you watch the Trump arraignment live today? Yes or no? We want to hear from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote and we will have an update on 25 News Now at 6. Nearly 70 million people from Texas to Michigan are under risk of severe weather and possible tornadoes Tuesday. Another powerful storm system threatening to hit states still recovering from deadly tornadoes. Little Rock, Arkansas was ravaged by a violent tornado Friday, is among the areas facing a level 3 of 5 enhanced risk. Tornado spawning storms over the weekend left 32 dead and many other people hurt in the Midwest and South areas.
All right, Mac, when is the rain supposed to start here?
Right. Yes, as a matter of fact, James, I'm punching up the map. As you can see right about there, It is frontal system is already moving into our area, and it is going to be triggering a lot of rain around here, and that's why we need to get ready. You see that front? It's going to start pushing into the region about midnight tomorrow, and I think at this time tomorrow evening we will be looking at thunderstorms rolling right into the crossroads and giving us a very soggy couple of days, and we'll have more on that coming up in just a moment.
Mac, thank you. Students in Tennessee are demanding lawmakers protect them from school shootings a week after a shooter took 3 lives of 3 adults and 3 children.
Yeah, the tragedy in Nashville has the governor there expanding his proposed school safety bill.
Amid visitations today for 2 of the 6 people killed in last week's Nashville school shooting, students are demanding those deaths not be in vain.
If legislators really wanted to protect our kids, they would take action against what is killing every single day.
Hundreds gathering at the state capitol yesterday to demand stricter gun laws.
We know it's not drag queens. We know it's not books that is harming our children. It's guns, and we need action today.
Tennessee Governor Bill Lee is expanding his school safety plan, but not by adding gun restrictions. Like the original bill, it would provide armed guards, enhance security, and boost mental health resources. It would add requirements for locking school doors and active shooter training for private guards.
What could we have done better to prevent this from happening?
Meanwhile, police now say the shooter acted alone and fired 152 rounds. They say the 28-year-old planned the attack for months, studying other mass murders.
The most beneficial thing that can come from reading the manifesto written by the shooter is, were there red flags? We can see the descent into this.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Central Florida investigators are trying to figure out who murdered 3 teenagers in Marin County. Deputies found the first victim, Layla Danielle Silvernail, March 30th on the side of the road. She died from her injuries today. On March 31st, they found a deceased 17-year-old male near the first location. And finally, on the afternoon of April 1st, deputies found a partially submerged vehicle with the body of a 16-year-old girl inside. The sheriff says the deaths are all connected.
First of all, the victims have all suffered fatal gunshot wounds. There has been an abundance of evidence collected that is being processed. And this is part of what takes time. This is part of the integrity of the case, from digital to forensic evidence. Sometimes it's easy to get these particular areas. Sometimes it takes time. We're having to piece these together.
The sheriff says 15 detectives are working on this case. He also says there's no indication this is the work of a serial killer.
A federal jury has awarded more than $21 million to the family of a Dallas teen killed by a Balk Springs police officer. Jordan Edwards was shot by Roy Oliver in 2017. Oliver is serving a 15-year prison sentence for the murder. In the civil lawsuit, the jury found Oliver used excessive force and showed malice when he shot Edwards, who was a passenger in a car that was speeding away from a house party. Edwards' father says this isn't about the money, it's about change and accountability.
It's never been about the money. It's just, just bringing justice for my son. Money can't bring him back. I'd rather have him sitting right here next to me right now instead of dealing with this and money.
Oliver's up for parole in 2 years. The family hopes the lawsuit will help keep him in prison.
A man steals a box truck in Houston, then leads police on a high-speed chase. Video shows at least 8 patrol cars chasing the truck that appeared to be heading towards Bush Intercontinental Airport. Officials say the man drove the truck inside an airport service road until it crashed against the Terminal B building. The Harris County Precinct 4 constables confirmed that a man was apprehended in a restricted area near a runway. This did not impact operations at the airport.
Stay with us. Straight ahead on 25 News Now at 5. The president of Mexico now asking China for help in controlling fentanyl shipments from China to Mexico.
Also ahead, artificial intelligence may be used to help relieve back pain. We'll explain more in Health News.
Victoria Crime Stoppers is seeking information about an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. On Saturday, March 18, 2023, at approximately 9:40 p.m., officers with the Victoria Police Department responded to a call of shots fired at the 3600 block of East Forest Street. Outside of a residence at the location, officers located a 32-year-old man who had been shot. Witnesses advised that after the shooting, the suspect had fled the area in a dark-colored truck. If you have any information about this assault, please call Victoria Crime Stoppers at 361-572-4200. You can also submit a tip by using the P3 Tips app on your Android or Apple device, or by visiting our website, www.crimestoppersvictoria.com. All tips are anonymous. If you give information that leads to arrest or charges being filed, you could earn a cash reward. I'm Officer Collins with the Victoria Police Department.
Keep Victoria Beautiful is having a cleanup for Earth Day. April 22nd, that morning we're going to go clean up all around Victoria. Make this place we call home just a little bit nicer. Last time we had 400 of your friends, neighbors, high school baseball players, teachers, nurses there to help clean up. Go to keepvictoriabeautiful.org to sign up and learn more. Bring a team. It's going to be a great Saturday morning. Look forward to seeing you there.
Breaking news, y'all. I'm here to present Educator of the Year.
The award goes to Gregory Eddy.
This Gregory Eddy?
Yeah, you with your fine silly ass.
Yeah! Look at us, two young guns, killing award season.
Go ahead and clap for me. Clap.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text TB to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
The Victoria Television Group is proud to honor our veterans, and we need your entries. Each month, we'll acknowledge a new veteran to salute. To submit, go to the Military Hero page on crossroadstoday.com and help us recognize the deserving servicemen and women in our community.
When you don't keep your eyes on what you're doing, it can be downright dangerous to you and others, especially when you're behind the wheel. Put your phone down. Heads up, Texas.
Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador, also known as AMLO, said on Tuesday that he wrote to his Chinese counterpart asking for help controlling fentanyl shipments from China to Mexico. Quote, "It would be an invaluable support to continue on information about who imports this substance, in what quantities, in what vessels," unquote, he said during his daily morning news conference. In his letter, the Mexican president also condemned statements from the United States lawmakers on fentanyl production in Mexico.
Millions of Americans suffer from chronic back pain. Finding relief is not easy.
Now some health experts are studying whether artificial intelligence can help. Here's a closer look at a massage robot.
It may be the future of massage therapy. A robot named Emma.
EMMA stands for Expert Manipulative Massage Automation.
Dr. Brent Bauer is part of a team at Mayo Clinic studying this device, which uses a form of therapeutic massage called Tweenet to target nonspecific low back pain.
This is actually a device that can actually detect acupuncture points and then deliver targeted therapy.
Bauer says right now there aren't enough massage therapists to meet demand. Emma may be able to help some of the workload.
It is designed to have artificial intelligence. It can learn each time it works with the same patient. It can map out different points of tenderness, muscle tension, and then through algorithms that are far beyond my comprehension, can actually target the machine to move from spot to spot, different depths.
Bauer says the device can also use different massage techniques with tools that can be attached to the arm. It can go from a rubbing motion to a pinching motion and more, but he says it wouldn't replace massage therapists.
If we set things up with a therapist, if the machine could do a lot of the heavy lifting, and then the therapist can kind of finalize and make sure things were covered, I think we can protect our therapists, allow them to see more patients, but with less wear and tear.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Some college students in Cleveland, Tennessee are sewing 50 handmade teddy bears for the survivors of the Nashville school mass shooting. The students wanted to do something for the Covenant School in Nashville after that shooting there. Some of them in the Family Dynamics class at Cleveland State Community College, and some students in Athens teamed up to send these homemade teddy bears to Nashville. The teddy bears will go to the victims, families, and classrooms of the 3 children killed. The teddy bears head to Nashville tomorrow.
And alrighty, grab your cell phone and scan this QR code. This is our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can watch wherever, whenever, get breaking news alerts and vote in our viewer polls, submit news, tips, videos, and photos, and you'll know all about our ongoing contest. And now here's Mac.
Thank you very much, folks. Got up to 80 degrees. Actually, it's 80 degrees right now. It got up to 84, but the winds are pretty strong, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. However, the big news is that by tomorrow night, the thunderstorms begin. My umbrella is already in my car. Do you know where your umbrella is? We're going to be using them in the next couple of days. We'll talk all about that coming up in a moment.
Nobody can resist a DQ cone, especially when they're just $1. And nobody but DQ makes a treat this perfect. Is it the creamy smoothness of our soft serve, the iconic curl on top, the tempting crunch of the chocolate shell, or the crispy cone? Yes, it's all that. Stop by every day through April 16th for the treat that's simply irresistible. Just $1 for a small, including the new churro dipped cone.
DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
On Saturday, March 18th at 9:40 p.m., officers with the Victoria Police Department responded to a call of shots fired on the 3600 block of East Forest Street. They located a 32-year-old man who had been shot. Witnesses advised that after the shooting, the suspect fled in a dark-colored truck. If you have any information about this assault, please call Victoria Crime Stoppers at 361-572-4200. All tips are anonymous. If you give information that leads to arrest or charges being filed, you could earn a cash reward.
There have been ups and downs over the last couple of years, but we persevered and kept moving forward.
And it has been awesome to see our community staying strong and working together when we need each other.
We want to encourage you to keep strong, but also know that when life puts you in a difficult situation, our law firm is here to help.
We are proud Texans who have each other's back.
So from all of us here at Cole, Easley, and Skiba, we want to express our deep gratitude to our community and encourage you all to stay strong.
You go to a movie and the next thing you know, you're in a mass shooting, bullets are flying.
My coworker, he lost his life in the theater.
Surviving tragedy. She was in the kill zone when bullets began blazing down.
I threw some kids over the fence, and then between bullets, we ran out.
Living with guilt.
I still wonder every day why I am the survivor and they're not.
New Dr. Phil.
The list of the most popular diets for this year. The flexitarian diet.
I'm pretty sure flexitarian is what Gelman is, which is he eats everything in a yoga position.
Next live, Penn Badgley from you, Cal Penn, and Heidi Gardner.
Have you ever seen a grown man eat a lamb chop while in chaturanga?
It's quite a sight.
Welcome back, everybody. Today a little on the warm and humid side, but boy, things are going to be getting, changing dramatically over the next couple of days. As we mentioned, this is the big storm that's rolling through the plains right now. This was coming out of Colorado yesterday, so you can see how it's moved already. In West Texas, they've got a dry west wind blowing, so they've got nothing. For us, we've got a very moist Gulf air rolling, and now those two air masses are going to collide and cause all kinds of problems. The low itself, remember, it's spinning in this direction, which is counterclockwise, is producing a blizzard to the north up there in the Dakotas, and this will likely tonight we're going to begin with another round of severe weather, probably tornadoes. Now, it hasn't evolved yet, but it's coming. We know this is going to happen. We've got the humidity, we've got the spin, we've got the front, and we are going to be looking at a lot of problems. As far as we're concerned, the center of the storm is moving north, so it's not a fast-moving frontal system. In fact, the problem is that it's going to stall down in our area, and then it's going to develop an area of low pressure along it, and we're going to have a feast more than of rain that we haven't had in quite some time. So let's do the future tracker and we'll time it all the way for you. We begin on Tuesday and you can see no problems in terms of rain tonight for us. By the time we get to Wednesday, we first see the thunderstorms develop up around San Antonio, and then you'll see that line move down toward our area. When does it get here? Probably, or the rain, the front comes in late in the evening. The rain will begin on Wednesday, and that's when we start seeing rain shower after thunderstorm, after thunderstorm, after thunderstorm. This is about 3 days worth. So we've got an accumulative total of possibly 2 to 4 inches of rain. Now, we haven't seen that stuff since, I don't know, since Harvey. We're looking big stuff rolling around our area all the way through Friday and beginning to decrease on Saturday. Now, of course, it's not good news for everybody who had Easter plans, Easter events, church services, all of that. You're going to have to be dealing with this. Here is what happens. This is day 2. So this is tomorrow, where the severe weather is going to be from Michigan all the way down into northeast Texas. Now, we have a possibility of some severe thunderstorms in our area, and that would be tomorrow. And then by the time we get to Thursday, Friday, we start to decrease that activity. So once again, Future Tracker will take you into the future here. You can see how the front will start moving down. Once it gets into this moist field, you'll see a round of thunder showers, basically late on Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Thursday morning, the front will be right on top of us, and you can see how the models are fairly aggressive. Now, usually when you see something really crazy with the models, you kind of take it with a grain of salt. But when you see 2, 3, and 4 runs giving you the same thing, it's coming into alignment. So the chances are, that's what I'm saying, this is not a fluke. I believe this is really going to happen. And as it gets to the coast, it stalls and sort of wobbles around and will be the focusing mechanism for all this thunder activity that we're expecting. I'd like to know, does the news department have a kayak that, you know, we might be using over the next couple of days? We have a drone. Now we need a kayak to be getting around. So it's not until about Sunday when it starts to pull away. I believe your Sunday may be fairly reasonable. Only problem is through Saturday we're going to have huge downpours, and that's going to be maybe a little too late. So plan accordingly and always have a plan B if you got an outdoor event. 78 because the front comes in, then the thunder showers begin, and it rains until about Saturday when we have 3 alert days because the weather is going to affect your activities. That is your 7-day forecast. Don't forget we've got this QR code, and if you put Crossroads Today on your phone, I'll be able to send you a push on any kind of severe weather rolling around the area. So it's kind of like we're going to be talking to each other through the next 4 or 5 days. James, Karina, back to you.
We'll look for it. Maybe those Easter egg hunts are moving indoors. That could be fun.
There might be some muddy Easter egg hunts.
Yeah, turn the lights out, get the glow-in-the-dark ones.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at your stocks next. Plus, in business news, Walmart set to lay off more than 2,000 warehouse workers.
News Center 25 at 6 and 10 is also heard on KVNN 1340 AM, Victoria's News Network.
Day of history. Trump's indictment revealed.
Just shows you if a prosecutor puts the crosshairs on your back, they can get you.
Next, Inside Edition. The former president, the DA, the porn star, the fixer, the Playboy model connection. Will the charges stick? Then, you've never seen a doggy bag like this. Next, Inside Edition.
For months, we've been saying that Fred Loya can save you more money on your car insurance. But just how much more? In recent months, people who switched from Geico and Progressive to Fred Loya Insurance have saved over $1,500 a year. State Farm customers who switched to Fred Loya saved over $1,600 a year. Allstate customers saved over $1,100 a year. That's a combined savings of over $240,000 a year. So start paying less. Call or visit fredloya.com. If you don't call, you don't save.
Palace Bingo, where friends meet friends. And with over $500,000 in prizes given away every month, Palace Bingo is the place to be. We've got more chances to win. We've got cash payouts nightly. Palace Bingo in Victoria. Cash payouts nightly. Fantastic food and fun for the whole family. Come out for the fun and stay for the cash. Palace Bingo on Houston Highway in Victoria.
Palace Bingo, where winners take home over $500,000 each month.
Be a winner at Palace Bingo on the Houston Highway.
Palace Bingo, where friends meet friends.
Freshest flowers, the prettiest plants, balloons and gift baskets too. If beautifully unique is what you seek, making lasting impressions is what we do. Always the very best value for you. When it comes from McAdams, it shows you care.
Taking a look at your stocks, the Dow down 199 points, the S&P down 24 points, and the NASDAQ loses 63 points. Oil up 45 cents, closing at $80.86 a barrel.
Walmart, America's largest private employer, laying off more than 2,000 warehouse workers. The cuts are happening in Texas and 3 other states. The company recently told investors to expect slower sales and profit growth in the year ahead. Walmart's core lower-income shoppers continue dealing with inflation, which could impact sales. The retail giant is also raising its average minimum wage to $14 an hour.
Stay with us. We'll take one last look at your forecast. Plus, lace up your sneakers. Wednesday, tomorrow, is National Walking Day.
Are you ready to stop letting big business take your customers away? Phase 3 Digital is your #1 digital marketing resource to keep your customers shopping with you. With an office right here in the Crossroads and a team of support across the nation, we can help you wherever your business is in the online journey. From building a site to developing e-commerce capabilities to growing your customer base, we will drive results. It is time to take the next step in growing your business with Phase 3 Digital. Are you ready to take your customers back? Give us a call or visit us online to get started.
Tired of your typical clock in, clock out job? You need a rewarding career in an entertaining environment that you'll enjoy. Take yourself out of the box and come to the Victoria Television Group. We have an active, fun, creative atmosphere that can help you succeed and keep those everyday work blues away. Come join our energetic and outgoing sales team. Renew your career and learn to use skills you didn't know you had. Call us 361-575-2500 or email opportunity@victoriatelevision.com for more information.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
You ready? Come on, let's go.
It's not the most current dance, but I do it really well.
First time I've been in a place that I love, doing something that I love.
With people that you love?
No, I didn't say that.
Come on, y'all, make some noise. I turfed Janine.
Janine.
Gregory. Ava.
Ava's here.
Sorry, I don't speak line.
Yo.
You can enjoy endless entertainment and local news updates for free on our 17 over-the-air channels. Connect your TV antenna to your smart TV in 3 easy steps. Connect the coaxial cable from your antenna to the back of your TV. Select the menu button on your remote and navigate to the correct input of your antenna. Find the channel scan option and click it. Setting up your antenna will keep you entertained and informed with the latest weather updates and emergency information for free. Call or email for questions or more information. Stay connected and stay safe.
We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find on your connected TV through Amazon, Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus.
Since 2007, on the first Wednesday in April, the American Heart Association takes time to remind people about the health benefits of walking. Be sure you stretch, drink lots of water, move your arms as well, and snap a selfie to celebrate National Walking Day. We're talking about going to the mall, and
yes,
I'm sure mall walkers are still a big thing.
Well, you know, I don't know. I did not see a lot of people, but I think it's a great idea to go mall walking. What is that? Basically, you just go to the mall and walk around in the air conditioned round and round. And since it's a good haul, there's some people who do it religiously. And it's great for us with the humidity that we have to go hide in the inside the mall. Well, we're getting ready to get cascarones so we can crack on Karina's head. And she's going, a what? Cascarones, the Mexican confetti eggs. We've done this for all of our lives. Well, you're too young. That's the problem. Anyway, folks, we've got to make plan B because I see big rain coming in as soon as tomorrow night. And very soggy, very wet for Thursday, Friday, beginning to clear out on Saturday, but not really breaking out until Sunday. That is Easter Sunday. So Holy Saturday, Good Friday, all of that is going to be indoors because it's just going to be quite wet around here. And obviously, you know, low-lying areas that might tend to flood, you got to watch out for. And of course, we always have to say this, turn around, don't drown.
Thank you.
Okay?
Turn around,
remember,
don't drown.
12 inches of rain, your car begins to float. So be careful.
And the cascarones, this is the head. You don't do this, you
Crunch
sprinkle.
it. Yeah, that's what they tell us.
We'll see you next time.